Hey everybody, it's Matt Shu from Upright Health, and in today's video we're going to be talking about solving a problem with an overactive TFL and having, at the same time, adductor weakness. Now, this is a problem that a bunch of people can run into. We've seen a lot of people with weird issues with their hips, and to help me is going to be Creepy Vincent. So let's get down to it, shall we? Creepy Vincent just had an experience working with a client this week with this exact problem. So take us through it. I'm going to be the client. Vincent, take it away.
Right. So this client, he had a bunch of pain in this area, and one of the things we tested was when we had him on his back, he was doing supine hip flexion isometrics. So it was up here. We pushed every which way.
So like up, out, in, this way, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And interestingly, the thing that made him feel the best was when he pushed this way.
Into adduction? Or?
Yeah, and then his leg would push back into adduction. He said that made him feel the best. And I was like, okay, well, why don't we try to isolate your adductors? So then I had him lay on his side.
Which way, this way?
Yep.
All right.
And then all I had him do was internally rotate his leg back and forth. And he found that extremely difficult. And then I had him test the other side, and that side was just fine.
So by internally rotating, it's this little motion, femoral internal rotation. Mm-hmm. So did it look like, so it was like something like this or something?
It was smooth. It was smooth. It was just extremely difficult for him. It was exhausting for him to do that small motion.
Okay, and then the internal rotation on the other side, looks like that?
Yeah, it looked the same, but he was like, this is a breeze. So then after that, I had him go back into the same position on his side. And then I had him do some adductor leg lifts. So now Matt is going to lift. Yep, that's it. He found this difficult as well, but that this finally started to really get his adductor going.
Yep. So what's the relationship? Okay, so what's the relationship there? So you're noticing this TFL tightness that won't go away, and then you start going into these. How's that solving this issue?
So the TFL, it has multiple functions. It does hip flexion, right? Brings your knees to your chest. It does a hip abduction, getting the leg away from you, and also does hip internal rotation.
Right.
So the theory goes, if your adductors, which should be one of your primary internal rotators, if they don't fire, then your body's going to be like, well, we still need to achieve this motion, so it's going to make the TFL pick up the slack. In doing so, the TFL is going to get aggravated. So if we get the right muscle to do the right job, then maybe the TFL will calm down, and that's what happened with this particular situation.
So with this client, when was his TFL bothering him the most?
Just when he was walking around.
Okay, so just taking steps, you could feel the TFL.
Yeah, just taking steps, you could still feel this pinching right around this area.
Okay, so once you activated the adductors for internal rotation and lifting, that kind of cleared it up?
Yep. He took a walk around the room afterwards and was like, wow, it's completely gone now.
Sweet. Huh.
And how was that?
Pretty cool. What other things had you tried to get that TFL to check out?
Well, prior to that, I tested out all the other functions of the TFL. Like we said earlier, I tested a hip flexion, tested hip abduction, right? But those were not getting the pain to completely go away. So then, okay, this is going to be an odd one because the adductors are usually tight on people. They're usually overactive on people. But you know what? Not every situation is the same. So I tried it out, and that was the thing.
Cool. Yeah. So when we were talking about this, it just sounded like a really cool situation to share with you guys. We definitely see a lot of people whose hip muscles just get cranky, they won't do the right thing, and this sounded like a perfect story to share with you guys. So if you've got some hip issues, it's definitely something to think about. Start turning on muscles in different directions and see if going in different directions or going in directions you think may not be helpful actually end up being helpful. We're going to throw some links in the description section that you might find helpful. You will find a link to our Facebook page, our Patreon page, a link to subscribe, and any other awesome goodies we can think of to put down there to help you with your hips and your body. In the meantime, don't forget to like us on Facebook, subscribe, and like this video, and remember that pain sucks.
Life shouldn't.
If you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, and comment. And don't forget to subscribe.